I'm sure some of you have heard of us use the language of a big V vocation, which implies a little v vocation. But I'm going to add a third one into the conversation, which is the all caps vocation. Hey, I'm Father Mark Mayer with Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. I'm going to talk about the three levels of vocation, starting with the big V vocation. What we're talking about here is state of life. And so some of this is, am I called to be married? If so, to who? Am I called to religious life? Right? If so, which community? Am I called to be a priest? Is the Lord calling me to something else? Is He calling me to some sort of consecrated life in the world? What is the Lord doing with me? What is my state of life going to be? I totally understand why we spend a lot of time and energy and are deeply invested in the big V vocation question. I do believe we have more investment in this then is probably healthy and helpful in the long run. We just want to know. We want to know. Until we're there, there's a little bit of we're kind of up in the air and we want some security and some clarity and we want to be chosen. We want to be chosen. And so I understand why we are so invested in this, but there's so much of it that is just out of our control. There's so much of it which is unknown that if we live there, and we allow our hearts to live there, we're just not building on rock. And we're going to be going about our lives just very vulnerably. There's a healthy way to go there, and there's an unhealthy way to sort of live there. Okay, the big V vocation question is going to get sort of figured out by the little v, which is just seeking the Lord and His kingdom today. It's paying attention to the ways in which the Lord is speaking to you, the ways in which the Lord is drawing you close to Him, the way the Lord is inviting you to share in His mission today. And we can do that. And there's just all these other factors involved with the big V vocation just aren't factored in here. And I would say here is where we receive our daily bread. Here's where we receive sort of our daily sort of invitation, our daily marching orders. Here's where we're going to receive our daily truth, our daily love, our daily meaning, is just by paying attention and living more like what is the Lord doing today? So I think one of the things that we'll throw out as people are wondering, okay, what do I do while the big Vivo question is still out there? Well, just seek the Lord, grow in discipleship, stay close to Him, and then trust that if you seek first the kingdom, these other things will unfold in their due time. And again, this is just a surer place, a more helpful place, a healthier place to entrust our hearts. Right, to seeking first the kingdom of God, the little V vocation. The all caps vocation is our final call. We are all created and we are all called for divine beatitude, the beatific vision, to eternity with God, to heaven. This is the all caps vocation. This is what all the other vocations are leading up to. And I would say we don't spend nearly enough time here. We want to spend and this could be part of the daily bread thing though, but we got to spend as much time here or more time here than we are with the sort of state of life vocation question, because this is solid rock. You are already chosen. You are already chosen. The Lord has already pursued you and purchased you with His blood. The all caps vocation, our call to divine beatitude, to eternity with God, is the ultimate rock where we find our identity, our destiny, our dignity, right? We got to keep this in mind. We got to keep this before us. We got to keep this as part of our prayer. You are already chosen. You are already called. A place has already been prepared for you where every tear will be wiped away, where all will sort of be well and all will make sense in the Father's heart. Divine, eternal beatitude with Him. That is our call. That is our call. And how we get there, right, is that daily bread, that daily following of the Lord, and that the sort of the big V vocation is part of how the Lord wants to use us so that we can continue to journey with Him. Living in the big V vocation question, one of the struggles is just that we can get focused on finding our fulfillment, our ultimate happiness there. And we forget the most important things have already been given to us. And so I just encourage this. I just throw this out there for your prayer, for your reflection. Let's not allow the big V vocation question in our hearts and our minds and our prayers to eclipse sort of seeking first the kingdom of heaven and remembering as well this is our ultimate destiny and dignity as beloved sons and daughters chosen to live with God in all eternity. All right, friends, hopefully this is a source of encouragement and hope for you as you continue to make your journey. Remember, we are pilgrims on this earth, pilgrims heading to our Father's house, big, all caps vocation. And whatever the rest of the saying is, poco poco vamos a llegar. We're going to make it. All right, see y'all next week.